Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel. So today I'm going to give you all a step-by-step guide on how to create a crystal grid. It's very simple. This can get super complicated, but we're going to just make it simple because that's the best way to do anything, right? So the way I look at crystal grids is a community or an arrangement of crystals used to amplify each other for a common purpose/intention. So with that being said, you can kind of look at it as a vision board in the form of crystals, because we know that each crystal holds its own vibration, its own energy. It helps to create different things within your life. So for example, rose quartz is a loving, compassionate, harmonious, beautiful energy. And maybe you want to pair that with some type of grounding energy. So you might want to use a stone that's good for your root chakra. So maybe you want to use rose quartz with like a black tourmaline or black obsidian, and maybe you want to also work on this, that, and the third. So you can use all these different crystals to help to work on a purpose or an intention that you have for yourself. Now, I probably wouldn't put too much energy into one grid. Maybe just focus on one thing and think about crystals that support that one thing that you're looking to manifest or bring into your life. That's one way to do it, but really just follow your own intuition. This video is really just a simple starter guide to doing this. Remember, you hold the key to everything. Crystals are just a tool to get you there. Also, what I want to say is make sure that you put your crystal grid in an area where no one can get to it, including yourself. I have two small children, so I actually have a bookshelf in my room, and I just put it on top of my bookcase. The kids can't reach it, and I have this nice sacred cloth that I love to use, and I also have this metal like pan that I like to use that's flat that I'll even put my crystal grids on too, because it's nice and circular, and it's an easier way to make my crystal grid look more symmetrical, because you do want to also use sacred geometry if you're into that. That's a whole other video. I'll do a separate video all about that, but do that. Put in an area where no one can get to it. Set your intentions. You do not have to have a whole bunch of crystals. Just use what you have, set your intentions, and go from there. But I highly suggest that you look for crystals that will fit whatever it is that you're looking to manifest or to bring into your life. And you can also just do crystal grids all over your home. So some people will mix like selenite and a black tourmaline or a black obsidian, and they'll put it in each corner of their home so that their entire home has its own crystal grid. You can put it in just one room in your home, to help to create that energy of protection and cleansing in your area. And also, if you're using your grid to say, I don't know, help you to be more studious or to be more productive while you're working, you can have it right there on your desk. And it can be a small little grid right there on your desk, and it's right there next to you. So you're feeling the energy of that grid, and you're constantly seeing the grid. And every time you see the grid, it's a subconscious reminder of what it is that you're working towards, very similar to a vision board. So let's get into this video. It's going to be fun. It's going to be easy to do, very creative way of using your crystals. You all, I do sell crystals over on my Etsy shop, my website. So go check that out. I have everything linked down below. And you can also follow me on Instagram for more daily crystal, good, spiritual, all that jazz, all over there. All right, you all, let's get into the video. So the first thing you want to do is cleanse your space. So I have some regular white sage that I'm going to use to cleanse my space, but you can also use incense. You can open a window. You can use singing bowls. You can use like a lot of stuff to cleanse your space. But this is just going to clear the energy within the space. You can use Florida water to wipe down whatever surface that you're using. You can use Florida water and put it in a spray bottle and just spray it around your home. But we're going to use just some regular white sage to do some cleansing. So I'm going to cleanse the crystals as well that I'm using to clear any of the energy out of the crystals, clear any of the previous intentions that I had with my crystals. Okay, you can also cleanse yourself, do a smoke cleanse over yourself. Okay, so I'm going to do this with all of my crystals. Okay. All right, so let that continue to burn. Next, and you can also do this before you even start doing the cleansing, is really think about what are your intentions. Why am I making this grid? What am I looking to bring into my life? What energy do I want to focus on for the next month, 2 months, for the next 6 months, whatever. And or if I just want to cleanse my home or want to protect my home, write that down. Start to write down what your intentions are, and what your goals are for creating this grid, and what you intend for this grid to help you with. So just write that down, sit down in a relaxed state, meditative state, maybe after you meditate, and write down really what you want and be very specific about what you want. Let's talk about the actual crystals that you want to use. So you can use small tumbled pieces. So this is some tumbled, what is this? Tourmalated quartz. So it's tourmaline inside of quartz, clear quartz. Some blue lace agate or blue lace agate that are smaller pieces. Have some smaller tumbled green aventurine. These are some large tumble pieces or larger tumble pieces of tiger's eye. And then you can also, so you can use small tumble pieces, or you can use some larger tumble pieces, or you can use crystal chips. So these are a little bit bigger than your typical crystal chips, but these are some amethyst, dream amethyst actually. Have some rose quartz chips, some aura quartz chips, and these are really pretty. They're like little balls, little beads. Bigger, chunkier pieces of regular raw clear quartz here that I can use. As you can see, it's a lot bigger compared to these smaller pieces. It's really not about the shape of the crystal, it's really the energy that's coming from the crystal and the intentions that you're putting into your grid. But some people like to make really beautiful, like intricate grids. So this is why I say you might want to get some chips, get some smaller tumble pieces, and then also get some larger tumble pieces for your grid. Other crystal shapes you can use are double terminated crystals. So this means that on each end there is a point. You can get these either, they have some that naturally have the point, or these are actually created. They created the points for these. And this is some aura quartz. I don't know if you all can see like the little rainbow effect coming off of these, but the iridescent aura quartz. You can also use these clear quartz points or any type of crystal points where it's just one side is pointed, like these. And here's another double terminated crystal. This is black obsidian. Now for me, really you can use, like I said, any type of crystal you want, any shape of crystal, but the way I like to do my grids is I like to use a pillar in the center of my grid. And what this does is it draws in all the energy from your crystals and then brings it up the pillar and then back into the grid. So it's completely amplifying the energy and just creating more movement within the grid versus everything being flat. Using a pillar or a tower, or they also call these points too, using one of these in the center of your grid like this is going to help, like I said, to amplify the energy of the grid and help with the movement of the grid. Okay, so I have some selenite, got some dream amethyst. So say you wanted to do, like I said, working on your crown chakra or working on your intuition, you may want to use a dream amethyst or amethyst in general. I have some rose quartz. Say you wanted to do a self-love grid or attracting love into your life, or just attracting more harmony into your life, you can use rose quartz. Now, if you have no idea, like not necessarily no idea, but if you just want to just get one point or one type of tower, definitely get you a clear quartz tower. Now, the reason why I say get you a clear quartz tower is because clear quartz can hold the intentions of anything that you put into it. And I'll be doing a separate video talking more about clear quartz, but it can hold the intentions of anything. You can also program clear quartz to be any other crystal, and it's kind of like a blank, I don't want to say blank canvas, like it doesn't have any energy, because it has a bunch of energy. This is the master healing stone, and it's super, super powerful, but this will amplify any of the energy that you have around it, any other crystals around it. And it helps with all the chakras, including your higher chakra, which is your crown chakra. chakra, or your higher chakra as far as like your actual body, if that makes sense, because there's other chakras that are around your body, but I digress. But yes, definitely if you just want to get one point or one tower, definitely just get you a clear quartz, and you can use that for all of your grids. You can also go ahead and write down your intentions, put it on top of your bookcase or table or whatever, then put your cloth on top of that, then put your grid on top of that. That will further enhance the energy that you are looking to attract, because you have everything in one spot. Does that make sense? I'm going to show you all a few different grids. So say we wanted to do a self-love grid. We wanted to work on our root, our heart chakra, bringing in more love, more harmony, and just really self-love that then in turn will help to attract, you know, romantic love if that's what you're looking for. Or maybe you just want to have more harmony and peace and just acceptance within your life. That's so freaking important. So we're going to be using some rose quartz, of course. I mean, rose quartz, she's the one. She's definitely the one. So we're going to be using some rose quartz for self-love and healing energy. We can use some clear quartz, some raw clear quartz chunks that I have here to help to amplify the energy. Definitely can use some green aventurine. Green aventurine is good for the heart chakra, even though honestly I feel like green aventurine is more appropriate for material gains and new adventures. But maybe you need to look at yourself and you need to look at relationships in your life with just a new set of eyes. You need to take more risk and have more fun and have more joy in your life. Green aventurine helps with that. You don't have to use a whole lot of different crystals. You can even do a grid with just one crystal, okay? So let's just do a grid just with rose quartz, just so you can see how easy this is. I have this beautiful, nice, chunky rose quartz tower. I'm gonna put that right in the middle. And I'm gonna take some of these chips. Now, if you're into numerology, you can use numbers. So say for instance, say you're doing this for you and your partner, right? You can use you and your partner's, what do you call them? What are those numbers that we have? Life path. You can use you and your partner's life path numbers to help to signify the joining of your energies and the harmony that you are looking to cultivate within your relationship. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Or you can use numbers based on, say you're doing a grid to help you to relocate, or you want to or you are also in the process of relocating somewhere and you're looking to, you know, have safe trips, safe travels. You want to have, you want to build friendships in these areas, whatever the case may be. You might use a number based on your address, the address you're going to be at. And you can even do that if you're looking to do like a protection grid on your home. You can break down whatever your address is and break that down to a numerical number, a number in numerology that correlates to that. So I got some bigger pieces. It does not have to be super geometric, but you can use sacred geometry, and I'll show that in another clip of this video. If I haven't already, I don't even know how I'm going to do this video, but let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Okay, is that 6? Yeah. So I got 6 rose quartz pieces coming off, and like I said, this rose quartz, the energy is going to be coming from here, moving its way up this tower and going back into the entire grid. So the energy is just moving through and amplifying and amplifying and amplifying. Some rose quartz chunks that I have, and add that to the bottom, amplifying the energy even more. Say I want to fill in this energy even more. I want to fill in my grid even more. I have some rose quartz, smaller tumble pieces that I can use. Bring that closer to that tower, so I can bring energy in from this side as well. I can even come out even more You all, the reason why I really love doing crystal grid is because it's all about creativity and having fun. You don't have to put paint to paper. You don't have to put pen to paper. You don't have to, you know, do anything too crazy. You're just rearranging everything, and you can just take this down when you're done. You can move stuff around. Crystal grids are so fun and they're so beautiful, and it's a visual aid to help to remind you of exactly what you're bringing into your life. Very, very similar, like I said earlier, to a vision board. So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, this makes me want to smile. So look, very simple. We used one crystal, rose quartz, to help bring in harmony, peace, love, acceptance into ourselves, into every relationship that we are getting ourselves into, to be reminded of universal love and compassion for others, and most importantly, compassion for ourselves, so that we can grow and that we can truly bring more love into this world, into everything that we do, to produce more and more love. Right there could be your intention that you can write down. It's just to have more harmony. You can do a crystal grid for people of the world. It doesn't have to just be for you, just for the world in general, for us to all see more love and peace and cooperation and collaboration within each other. And so that we can also have true love for ourselves. You know, like that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Right there, you're setting that intention, you're creating that vibration within your life, within your body, and hopefully you can spread it to others just by doing a simple crystal grid like this. As you can see, it took me no time to do it. Very beautiful, very pretty. So yeah, that's one grid. Now, what I would then do, and I got this from Cosmic Intuition's YouTube channel as well, she was saying that you should activate your grid. So I don't really even remember how she said to activate it, but what I always do is I'll just think about my intentions, visualize it, meditate on it for a while, and also show thanks and gratitude just for the ability to do this, you all. This is so beautiful, and this is such a blessing just to have these items, to be able to use these items, and to feel the energy from these items. So I just tap over my grid at different points, setting my intentions. You can say a mantra over and over again, and then I go to the center point and I just send my energy all over it, and I show gratitude and thanks for the grid, and continue to think about and just feel the energy. Feel what it feels like for your manifestations to come into fruition. Feel what it feels like for the energy to be flowing through your body, through your aura, through your space, through the people in your lives, through the projects in your lives, whatever it is that you're looking to work on. Just feel that energy. And then what I like to do furthermore is get me a candle, especially if I'm doing this on the new moon. This is so amazing to do on the new moon. I'll take me a candle, hold that candle, set my intentions into that candle. So I don't like to just do crystal grids, if you can just see that. I like to incorporate crystal grids, scripting, visualization, meditation, and candle magic or candle work into my crystal grid making. So I'll take it, I'll put it right into the grid, and I'll hold it. Again, you can meditate with this, hold your intentions into it. You can use different oils that you want to use for it inside the here, just to be safe. You can even put little crystals in here. So let's see. You can just put a little crystal on the side to help set your intention, but we ain't got to go that far, right? So you just hold it, set your intentions, and go ahead and light it. And I use these little tea lights because they burn down super quick, super easy. And boom, you set your intentions, you put your intentions to the candle, you put your intentions into the grid, you wrote down what your intentions were, you visualized it, and there you have it. And then you just take that down when you're done. Also, you can add flowers. So let me go grab some flowers. I'll be right back. So there we go with our rose. You can even do a whole circle of roses. You can do your grid as a whole circle around it. And maybe I'll do that with my next grid. I'll do a circular grid. But there you go, y'all. That's it. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let's do another grid. This was fun. When you're done, when you want to take down your grid, something else that I learned is that you want to actually deactivate it. I don't know the technical way that people deactivate their grids, but this is how I'm doing it. This is how I do it. I just say thank you to the grid again. Thank you to the crystals for coming together to help me to accomplish what I was looking to accomplish. You can take a black stone. You can also take your clear quartz again and again. I'll just go over each crystal, tapping it and allowing the energy that was there to be absorbed into this crystal, because black crystals in general, they draw out anything from like they draw out negative energy really, but I just like to use black because it absorbs. Okay, black absorbs energy, so I just put it over it. And like you can also use a clear quartz too, or what I like to do is I'll just even go ahead and just cleanse all of my crystals in salt water, or salt if you can, after you do your grid, because some crystals cannot go into water. You could also put them out in the sun if you want to cleanse them that way. You can put them on a selenite slab to cleanse them like this, and put all your crystals on there afterwards to help cleanse them. But I definitely like to show gratitude to my crystals, to the grid, for being of service to me and helping me to do whatever it is I was looking to do. So that's some, okay, that's some selenite that you can use to cleanse your crystals, and also charge them under the moonlight. So you can put it up under the new moon and let it sit for a whole, you know, month and a half or whatever, until the, not the very next full moon, because you'll have a new moon and then 2 weeks you'll have a full moon. Not that one, because that might be a little too close, because you want this energy to start to cultivate and to work, right? So you don't think it might take longer than 2 weeks for you to do what you want to do with your crystal grid, but then wait for the next full moon after that to go ahead and take it down, and then go ahead and charge your crystals underneath that full moon. Or you can do a smoke cleanse on your crystals as well. Do a sound bath cleanse over them with a Tibetan singing bowl or a tuning fork to cleanse the energy and to deactivate, you know, the intentions that you put in there. Okay, so let's get over to the next grid. Okay, so say that you're looking to attract more money, okay? So first, before we even get into the grid, if you are looking to attract more money, just think about it. You can get more money, but what if you get more bills attached to it? So yeah, you got $2,000 into your account, but then your bills all came up to $1,850. Yeah, you do have a surplus afterwards, you know, $150, but you wanted to use that whole $2,000 towards something fun, towards, you know, putting it away and saving for a trip, or maybe you wanted to go shopping, whatever. Be very specific. Maybe you want to have, instead of just having quick money, you want to do a grid to bring in more opportunities your way, to help you to see more ways to make money. You want to have a more abundant mindset when it comes to money. Just have that abundance energy about you, that wealth conscious energy about you. Think about that when you're looking to attract money, because you don't just want money. You want everything that comes with money. You want wealth, you want sustainability, you want riches, you want to feel fulfilled. And even if, is there a difference between wealth and abundance too? Because abundance means there's a surplus for you to give to others, and you're completely satisfied, and you're able to give back into the cycle to help somebody else. So anyways, that goes a little bit deep, but we're doing a money abundance type of grid. So I have some pyrite. This angle is not giving me what I want, but this is a pyrite tower, one of my favorite crystals. It's a gorgeous crystal. Oh, and I also have some pyrite tumbles, also known as fool's gold. Got some, and pyrite is all about that solar plexus energy, which is your confidence, your willpower, and also has that abundance frequency to it. Okay. Got in some tiger's eye. Tiger's eye again is for the it helps to ground you, to be able to create things, to be able to bring things into your life. Because, you know, if you want to create something, we got to be somewhat grounded and a little bit set in stone, okay? In order to get things to come to us. Otherwise, if you're moving around too much, it's harder for you to accumulate and to build and build and build, right? And then also we have some green aventurine. So people do attribute, like I said, green aventurine to your heart chakra, but if you think about it, it makes sense, because your heart chakra also the ability to give and receive love is definitely connected to your ability to give and receive money. If you're the type, or to receive any type of abundance, because if you are willing to keep giving of others, but you're like, when somebody try to help you out or try to give you anything, you're like, no, I don't really think, I don't know. Like, if you get into that energy, then yeah, it's going to be hard for you to attract wealth and abundance into your life because you keep pushing it away. So yeah, of course you're not going to be wealthy. You don't know how to accept anything. You don't know how to accept help. You don't know how to accept criticism. You don't know how to accept, someone else bringing that wealth into your life. You feel like you have to do it on your own. You only want to give. So that green aventurine is going to help open up that heart chakra, help to open up your ability to have more joy and luck. Green aventurine is also a luck stone. So I'm just going to do a little haphazard little circle around this. Yeah, that looks like a circle. I'm going to have a big chunk of pyrite at the top. Let's see if I can put some pyrite kind of out here, maybe. Do I want to get out? No, I want to stay inside the circle. So I bring some pyrite in the middle as well. Maybe I'll just do 2 pieces down there. And then I'll bring in some tiger's eye towards the top. Yeah, bring that tiger's eye at the top of my grid. Let's close that in a little bit more. Move some stuff around. The circle of wealth. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to add to it? Say I want to incorporate some of those clear quartz points that we had earlier. I can help to connect. I'm connecting the energy into the pyrite tower and helping it to create a flow, right? Connecting it even more. Or I can put it right here to connect these crystals. Let's go ahead and take out that and put our tiger's eye there. So I'm kind of connecting that energy there, okay? And then bringing this pyrite energy into this other pyrite. Okay. We can put some more green aventurine right next to the pyrite tower. Let's see, what else are we using? What else do we want to use? We can really just stop there, really. We could just stop here. Let me show you all. So, simple. We got our green aventurine. Also, green aventurine is adventures, fun, joy, luck, energy. And maybe you want to use your money to have fun because, like I said, you can have a lot of money, but if it's going towards bills, like, that's not what you want to attract. You want to have fun with your money. You want to be able to enjoy it and buy people stuff and do all that jazz. So that is another grid you can do. And this is a circular grid. Gorgeous. Love it. Beautiful. I should probably have another green aventurine over there to make it more symmetrical because we're thinking about that sacred geometry, right? But that's one. You can also, let me correlate the colors a little bit better. The shades of green aventurine a little bit better there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All of these are working together. But even if you don't, I would say look up crystals and see which ones work together, or if they have some of the similar vibration, you might want to put them together. But whatever you're manifesting, more than likely it has more than one layer, right? So we want to have fun with our money. So we got that green aventurine. We want to be more open with receiving and giving money. We got that green aventurine. We got this pyrite. We want to have more of that strong vitality and willpower to go for our money. And then we also, or our material gains and stability. And we have that tiger's eye again to help with the stability of keeping our money and being grounded, and also helping to protect us too, right? And give us that action and the energy to go for it. And then this clear quartz again is going to amplify it and help us to see, are there anything that I'm missing? Is there anything that I need to, look out for as I'm attracting money into my life, attracting wealth into my life? What am I missing? So that's our money grid, or our abundance grid right there. I want to keep this. I never did a circular grid like this. This is gorgeous. I'm loving it. Oh my gosh. And say you don't have a pyrite tower, right? Say you don't have one of these. You could, like I said earlier, hold this clear quartz and look into it and set your intention to this clear quartz. meditate with it, say your intentions, and put it right there in the middle of your grid. Boom. And that's going to amplify all the energies. Say you don't have a clear quartz. Maybe you decided to get a selenite. Selenite towers is going to help to cleanse the energy, cleanse the aura, amplify the energy, and it works on all your chakras. So you can add that to it as well. Okay. But I always like to put a tower in the middle of my grid. But if you don't have one, you can use a bigger stone like this that kind of has some height to it instead. And we can have that clear quartz pointed there to help amplify that pyrite chunk. So if you don't have a big crystal, I mean, if you don't have, you know, a tower, use a larger crystal in the middle to help to somewhat bring up the energy so it's not so flat. Bring up the energy of your grid so you could have more movement going through it. Or you can even, now this crystal doesn't really have anything to do with this grid, but I have this large aura quartz cluster that right there has some height to bring some energy. And I mean, honestly, you could say that you're using this to help get inspiration from your angels and your guides to help you to see where your money blocks are, where your abundance blocks are. It's because honestly, you could use aura quartz within this grid, but it's all about your intentions. What intentions? Why are you using it? Whatever crystal you use, put the intentions of why you want to use it into your grid. You are the key. Yes, the crystals help us. Yes, they are tools. They're beautiful reminders of what we already have within us, but we are the key to it. Okay, we are the key to it. So put your intentions, put your energy into it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna probably do some more crystal grid videos. Maybe we can do one every month or every week, whatever. Let me know what you all want to see, if you like the video. And also I will have these items available. I'm kind of out of breath right now. I will have these items available on my shop. Some of these items, if you haven't gotten them already, will be on the shop. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, peace.